Hello and welcome to this new YouTube series dedicated at beginners and people who are new to the Salesforce ecosystem. I'm going to be calling this the Flow Along series, and it's intended to teach you how to create and debug flows in Salesforce. So if you're new to Salesforce, or if you have no idea how to create and work with flows within Salesforce, then this series is for you. In the following videos, we're going to be going through some very standard and easy use cases. We're then going to be creating the flow to satisfy those use cases, and then we're going to go through a quick demonstration of the outcome. Now, this is a build along tutorial, so I expect you to build along your flow with me as we go through this little journey. So my recommendation is that you have multiple tabs open in your computer if that's possible for you to do so. Have the video open in one tab and then have a Trailhead Playground open in another tab. That way you can watch the video, pause it, and then build it in your environment. The reason for this is because theory only takes you so far, and we all know that practice makes perfect. You're going to need those hands-on experience, so you might as well get that whilst you're learning rather than when you have to actually deliver the solution to your client. We are going to be using a Trailhead Playground to do all of this, and that means that my environment will be pretty much identical to yours. There is nothing special that I have that you won't have access to, and everything that I do, I will be explaining to you. With that in mind, I will be speaking quite slowly. The reason for this is because there is a lot to go through, and for a lot of you watching, it might be the first time that you're hearing or seeing a lot of these things. And so it's a lot easier for you to follow along if I speak slower. Now, if slow is not your taste, then feel free to change the playback speed of this video on YouTube to something that suits you a little bit better. Also, if you have questions or you're stuck, then you can use the comments on these videos to ask for help, and I'll be more than happy to help you along. If you want to support the channel, then please hit like and subscribe for more content. Lastly, I just want to address this whole AI thing that's happening at the moment. As I'm sure you've heard, everything is pretty much AI these days. And in my personal opinion, AI in Salesforce is being really overhyped. Now, if you're worried that there is too much to keep up with, then my recommendation is that you just ignore everything to do with AI for the moment. What we want to focus on in these videos is teaching you how to create and how to debug flows. That's it. If you've seen online that you can just write a prompt and it creates a flow for you, let me be the first to tell you that that's not quite how it works. Even though the prompt can create a flow for you using AI tools, there is a few things to consider. First of all, to use a lot of these AI-driven tools in Salesforce, your environment needs to have the specific licenses, and those licenses can be very expensive. So there's every chance that your client doesn't have the available licenses. Also, even if AI does create a flow for you, you still need to understand the foundations and the fundamental concept of how flows work in Salesforce. Because as a user, and more importantly, as a human being, you're still going to need to go into those flows, review it, make changes to it, and improve on them. So with all that in mind, let's get started.